The biggest update ever made to the Apple Watch is here. The all-new Apple Watch Series 4 features the same general squarish look as its predecessors and similar price points, but with a considerably larger display, thinner body, faster processor, louder speaker, and the list goes on. There are also some special software tricks that make this the best smartwatch on the market. First, I want to commend Apple for its elegant packaging. The outside of the box is incredibly plain and simple. There's actually very little color at all. After you peel off the plastic wrap with the handy pull tab, you can pry open the two flaps on the bottom that fold open like a McDonald's Happy Meal or something like that. Hashtag not a sponsor. From there, the outside shell will unravel, revealing some nice renders of Apple's various watches with all sorts of different colored bands. There are two boxes inside. One is housing the Apple Watch itself, and the other is the band that ships with the Apple Watch. In my case, I have the gold aluminum case with pink sand sport band. Inside the Apple Watch box, we'll find a few different items. First, we have some paperwork that walks you through how to set up your new Apple Watch and pair it with your iPhone. Underneath, there's a 5-watt USB power adapter with a 1-meter magnetic charging cable. On the left, we have the gold aluminum case that's wrapped in this soft touch protective fabric. It's the little things that generate a sense of wealth and quality. And this little fabric cover is one of those things, as seemingly insignificant as it is. Once we slide it off, we'll see just how small the Apple Watch Series 4 is, even though this is the larger 44mm model. Next, we can slide the inside tray of the pink sand sport band out of the box to reveal the sport band that has a very light pink hue to it. But I can see why it's called pink sand, because it's a white sand-washed pink, somewhere in the middle between white and pink. There's a small and large band to fit various sized wrists. I was planning on just installing my black sport band from my Series 3 watch, but this color is actually really starting to grow on me. You will see some instructions above the band to show you how to install them. Basically, you just slide in each band to the case. It's very simple. They'll just click into place. If you mess up, you can just push the little eject button on the back and slide them back out. That's about it for the unboxing. Now, the first thing I noticed upon powering on the phone and setting it up was the 30% larger OLED display that looks beautiful. It's a big difference if you're coming from an older Apple Watch. The rounded corners help make this wearable feel even more modern. The watch is also noticeably thinner, specifically with the heart rate sensor on the rear. It really doesn't protrude much at all from the rear of the case. I would recommend most people select the 44mm model, as I have pretty darn small, skinny wrists, and it doesn't appear that large. There is a 40mm model that's a little smaller and a little cheaper, but the 44mm model should fit most people. The digital crown now has haptic feedback, so every time you turn it, you get this gentle ticking vibration that feels fantastic and just like a traditional mechanical watch. The microphone has also been moved away from the speaker to the other side of the watch, which should help improve voice quality when making calls and talking to Siri. And Siri doesn't require you to say, "Hey Siri," before speaking a voice command anymore. It doesn't work all of the time, but it's a neat feature. In terms of watch faces, there are some new ones like a fire, water, and vapor watch face. Apple has actually used special cameras to record the motion of fire, water, and vapor and turn that footage into super realistic animations that look great on this wearable. But my favorite watch face is actually the infograph, as you can pack this thing full of different complications like a world clock, weather, music, heart rate, battery indicator, and activity tracker. Apparently, some people don't like all of the colors in the corners, but I sure do. The bigger display is really what allows this watch face to thrive and allow you to pack it full of so many different functions. I think if you spend several $100s on a wearable, it should be functional, so this is the watch face for me. There is an ECG or electrocardiogram monitor inside the Series 4 watch that will let it detect irregular heart rhythms. But it's not quite ready for showtime yet. Apple says it's coming later this year. The watch can also now detect falls, so if you fall and you need help, it will automatically call 911. The last thing I want to mention is the new 64-bit S4 dual-core processor that's under the hood. Apple says it will provide twice the performance that we saw on Series 3 while keeping the same battery life of a day and then some. In my testing, the watch is actually pretty darn fast. I remember back when the Apple Watch was first released and it was just painfully slow at loading applications. It's come a long ways over the years. You factor in the performance improvements, bigger display, and new watch faces, and you have one heck of a wearable. Now, it's not cheap. It starts at $400 for the 40mm model, but there's really no competition aside from an older series Apple Watch. So you've heard my thoughts on the Apple Watch Series 4. Now I want to hear yours. Will you be picking up the Series 4 Apple Watch? Why or why not? Let me know in a comment down below. As always, I'm Beau HD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.